Hey everyone, Shakarez or Kayle here, and today I'm bringing you a full game commentary. Kayle jungle once again. I know one of my last full VODs was actually Kayle, but I've been pretty busy with work stuff, and yeah, basically what I decided was I wanted to get this account, my Smurf account, the one I used when I streamed the initially the in-rank to Diamond. But with the season coming to an end and the ranked reset coming, I kind of gave up on it. Not that I don't think I can do it, but because I had a lot of stuff in my mind regarding other work, and this kind of fell to a second priority. But I did decide I wanted to put it at least at Platinum 5 before the ranked reset, just so my promos, and not my promos, my placements are in a bit of a higher place when and if I decide to do placements on this account, because I obviously have higher elo accounts that are probably more important. Now, today's jungle VOD, or today's game, is a bit different from the usual. Usually, and last VOD, you saw me play Devour Kayle, which is a very attack speed oriented build with Wit's End, with Runons, that kind of stuff. Not necessarily Runons, but you get the picture. And today I'm playing AP Kayle. Oh, and right here, this was an invade. So basically my decision was I'm going to invade their blue and hope Rumble doesn't check it, because they invaded it and they asked Diana to ward. Because if I know the blue is there, I can eventually get 3 buffs. Now, difference of this gameplay for the last one is that firstly we're on 5.1 and the soft resets on jungle camps was nerfed, and that's why you're seeing me tank, is because I don't want to risk a reset because I'm doing the blue in the enemy jungle, so I'm just tanking it kind of. I'm gonna make it reset a bit, but I don't want to abuse it. But the bigger differences are that one, we're on 5.1, so that was nerfed, which means Kayle's early clears aren't as good. And the second difference is I'm not playing a Devour build. I'm playing Magus Kayle. Now, Magus Kayle is very similar to the style I preferred in Season 4. So when Feral Flare was around, after the initial Feral Flare patch, when it was nerfed, after the initial patch, I kind of stopped playing it because I'm not really a fan of attack speed builds. I prefer AP, I prefer Lich Bane oriented builds. So my build, the build I always enjoyed the most, was Spirit of the Spectral Wraith into other stuff. And I'm getting a call, which is kind of annoying. Sorry about that. Anyways, so the build I always preferred was Spirit of the Spectral Wraith into generally more AP. And that wasn't really possible after the changes to the jungle, because for one, Kayle can no longer really max Q because Spirit Stone isn't the thing, so she doesn't really get enough mana regen to max Q, and that was one of the strong points of AP Kayle. And then, obviously, the fact that it's such an expensive build, because Magus is, well, to be fair, it's the same price as a Devour, but overall it takes longer to power spike because you gotta go Magus into, and right here, blue buff reset. And this is something I'm not totally used to, but I will release a video about clearing the jungle with the resets. I just smited it because I saw my smites, and I figured out I was close to having my my smite up again, so I thought, fuck it, I'm not gonna stay here. And right here I'm doing Gromp. Level 3 isn't something you should really do, but I was planning on going back, so I just thought, yeah, I'm gonna clear. I can't really fight the Jarvan, so I'm gonna smite the wolves, get the vision in case he tries to invade me, not that he's going to find anything, and I'm gonna back and gank top, because top is pushing, mid is kind of pushing as well, but Diana's not a really good lane to gank. And right here, this is the most obvious bait. He was like backing in front of her, So it was obvious that Jarvan was around, but people they constantly get baited by these traps, and they're pretty obvious. Anyways, back to the topic. So Kayle AP, which is my favorite kind of build, wasn't really good because first you couldn't max Q because it takes too much mana right now, and you still can't. And the second one was the build is kind of expensive for you to get a power spike. Now, I have to admit, I haven't tried this in higher elos. This is mid-platinum. I'm Platinum 5 on this account, but I'm constantly playing Platinum 3, Platinum 2 players. And right here, the gank on Rumble. Perfect knock up there, and I'm just reapplying CC with my Q and then my Smite. He flashes in, I Q E. I get some more auto attacks, and Cho'Gath gets the kill. So first blood for Cho'Gath, pretty important for him. So back to the other build. It's a pretty expensive build that takes a lot to power spike. You need Magus and you need Nashor's Tooth. Very expensive, and even after that, you're not even doing that much damage. So then you're gonna need like a Zhonya's and a Lichbane to do like a lot of damage. And right here, I wait. I noticed that Talon was coming to place the ward, and pretty much a free kill for me, because I knew he didn't have flash, because Diana told me. Always inform your teammates if your lane opponent's flash is down, because it's really important. And yeah, here I believe Graves dies. No, he doesn't die. Yeah, he doesn't die. And Jarvan waits his flash as well, so that's pretty good. Anyways, with the patch 5.1 changes, basically you get 30 gold per camp that you kill when you have your tier 2 item. So when you have your Stalker's Blade, your Ranger's Trailblazer, you get 30 extra gold, which is pretty strong. And that allows Kayle to go for AP-oriented builds. And right here I find Jarvan. I'm level 4, and notice how I'm moving very carefully. I'm moving between each auto attack. He makes it super obvious. Wastes his EQ. I know he doesn't have flash, and I basically get a free kill. And my friend Veteran was, I was doing with him, and he was laughing his ass off because Jarvan there, he could have just EQ'd away because it's so risky to fight a Kayle that's one level above him, and if he doesn't hit the EQ, he's basically dead. So yeah, here, Thresh Lantern saves Jinx. I should have reacted sooner. I wanted to get the crab, and that's why I didn't get the kill on Jinx. But yeah, the jungle changes that give you 30 plus gold per camp really help you now. They really give you an advantage and allow you to make this build viable again, because it's a very expensive build, but you can now get it much easier, with much more ease. And one thing I was mentioning, oh yeah, right here, really solid knockup. Like, that was disgusting. The knockup by Janna. And we get the Jarvan again, poor guy. Anyways, I keep deviating from the topic because someone keeps dying. We go for Dragon here. It's pretty much a freebie, but I wouldn't advise you to do Dragons so early if you're not sure. Like right here, bot lane backed, mid lane backed, jungle's dead, so it's pretty much a guaranteed Dragon. So the jungle changes definitely allow Kayle to go for the Magus enchant and go for the AP type option again, which is something I really enjoy. It's my favorite kind of build, and not being able to do it was kind of leaving me sad in a way. I really like it more than the Devour Kayle build. Not that it's not a valid build, I think it still has its strong points. It hits a power spike earlier, it potentially scales well into the late game if you farm enough, so it has other advantages, but I do overall prefer the AP build. So right there you're gonna see Graves dying very soon. And I'm gonna get my red buff. So, a bit about the build and my skill order and all that jazz. I'm using attack speed marks, armor seals, magic resist per level glyphs, because I usually don't pick up a magic resistance item, and I feel like I need a kind of a magic resistance item, a pseudo magic resistance item. And since I'm not getting one, getting the 27 AP is pretty useful. Truth be told, we're not playing against an AP mid, but they do have Rumble, so it's still useful. And right here, Diana gets completely wrecked. And I'm just going mid so I can get these 2 CS and go to my red buff. So, yeah, I'm running attack speed marks, attack speed quints, armor seals, magic resist per level glyphs. I'm running my 28-2-0 page, which is pretty standard for Kayle right now. And I am, as you can see by my build, I didn't finish Magus instantly. And the reason why I'm doing this is, while before with Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, you could basically just rush the item and max Q and do a lot of damage with Q. Right now, since you're not maxing Q, it makes more sense to get the stacks, the attack speed first from Stinger, because E is going to be your clear, not Q. You cannot clear with Q. You're gonna go very, very easily. And the advantage of maxing E is that it allows you to be more flexible with what you're maxing second. Usually I go Q, but I've gone W before when it was useful. So it just really depends on the situation. And right here we catch Jarvan doing crab, and we're gonna secure it for ourselves. Rumble is a miss. He's supposedly top lane. And yeah, so you go for your Stalker's Blade. After Stalker's Blade, you go Stinker, and then you finish your Magus, because your Magus is a huge power spike. It's 20% CDR, so you finish Magus before finishing Nash's Tooth. Then I usually finish Nash's Tooth. Boots are really your choice. I've gone Mercs, I've gone Sorcerers, you can go Zerkers, not my preference, but you can go for them. Not sure what happened to Rumble here, but it seems like he tabbed out for a second and just got caught. And I flash in, I smite him. And this time I get the kill for myself because I need to get fed as well. And I'm 3-0-2, which is pretty good. And right here we're gonna push the wave. And one thing I do, even when I max Q, I always go 2 points in W because the extra sustain early is really good. Right here we could go for the Jarvan, but Cho'Gath, I'm not sure what he wants to do, so we're just gonna take the turret. Anyways, yeah, maxing E definitely gives you enough versatility to go for W or Q second, which is nice. And boots, I mentioned, you can go for pretty much anything. CDR boots are not something you should go for because you're maxed out anyways. And what else? Oh, right here I catch Jarvan. I wanted to smite wolves here, so that's why I left the wolves. But then he like took them, so I was like, ah, fuck it. And here Cho'Gath is going super aggro. I was pinging him back, but he didn't listen. And probably a mistake to ult him here. And then we just get caught by Talon, and bot lane's over there. Basically a big clusterfuck, and I get killed. And yeah, I shouldn't have ulted Cho'Gath there. Should have just taken the kill on Jarvan and let Cho'Gath die. And kill the... what's his name? The Jarvan. So right here, you see me, I get the Magus, and I start building my my Nash's Tooth. I get a mana potion because this build, and this is the big disadvantage of this build, it's very mana intensive. And to be fair, the Devourer is as well. If you spam your heal too much, you're gonna be wasting a lot of mana. So I definitely advise you to take every blue you can, especially if your mid laner isn't doing well or doesn't need it. And if you can, try to steal theirs so you can give your mid laner yours. What I also do is I get the elixir pretty early into the game if I have the chance. Remember that it's 400 gold and it gives you 15 mana regeneration, so it's pretty strong. And right here we just noticed we could just push. Graves is alone bot lane, he's backing, and the rest of the team isn't really around, so we're just gonna push this. Jarvan tries to EQ again, fails, and right here I'm just backing because the Lantern by Thresh is actually a really good bluff. So even if there's no one there, he can always Lantern back and you'll think, fuck, someone's coming, I need to back off. So if you're playing Thresh, remember to do that. You may bait people into believing you're there. into believing someone's there when someone is not. Now we decide to force Dragon here. Not the best of decisions, honestly. We're pulling it back here. And Janna's getting super low. I ult her so she doesn't die immediately. And I'm gonna finish Dragon out here. Because Janna's dead, I can't save her. I don't really care about Graves, but it resets, so I'm just thinking, fuck it. What should I do? I decide to go onto Baron again. Cho'Gath is tanking like a motherfucker anyways, and they're getting the kills, and I got one of the assists, and then I got another assist. So pretty much effortless. They focused their fire pretty bad. They went way too hard for the Janna, and then they were hitting like a Cho'Gath for like the longest time. So that didn't work out for them too well. Right here I was just scouting to see if I can find anything from the enemy Jarvan that I could steal, because you want to be stealing everything that is possible, and right here I'm probably alt-tabbed. There we go. So yeah, I really enjoy this build. It's more bursty. If you get ahead, it's a really devastating build in my opinion. Once you get like... obviously, after Nashor's and Magus, you're already pretty strong. But if you get your Lichbane and some AP to back it up, you're in a pretty good spot. And from there, you can delete squishies pretty easily. The other advantage of this build is that it gets to 40% CDR very early into the game. And this allows me pretty much to spam my ult all the time. And for team fights, that's really important. It's really important in the jungler. You're basically roaming from a lane, you ult them, and then you go to another situation, they think you don't have ult, and you have it up again. So it's pretty strong in that regard. Right there, they got a tower plus Cho'Gath, because Cho'Gath decided to overstay. I finished my Nashors, and I got a Null Magic Mantle because I'm going Zerx. Now, I'm going Zerx because I was going for other types of boots, but honestly, the slow from Talon is pretty annoying, the slow from Thresh as well, and I want it reduced. And they have a barrage of slows. Rumble also has a slow, Jinx has a slow and a root, so they're pretty annoying in that regard, and I don't want to let them catch me. So right there, Rumble teleports and gets away safely, pretty smart by him. And I am going to steal some camps, I believe. I'm not sure. I think I'm going for crab. Getting that crab control. Always gotta get that crab control for the vision. If you can get it pretty fast, it's worth it. And from here, my thought process is I'm probably gonna get finish my Mercs and then probably get Seekers into a Lichbane. Sometimes I go Zhonya's. Sometimes I go like Sheen into Zhonya's into Lichbane and then finish it up with a Void Staff. So that's what I usually do. And right here, Diana kills Talon, and it looks like she's dead, but I ult. Janna flash ults, and they cannot kill the Diana. Too many defenses. I flashed there randomly. That was a misclick. I wanted to smite, and then I do end up smiting. But I did get a double kill. Pretty good for me. I'm pretty fed right now, and I'm gonna hit that. Not the power spike, because one of the power spikes is definitely when you max out CDR. So by the time you have like Stinger Magus, you're already 30%, 5% if you're running Masteries, and if you have blue, you're at 40. So, but yeah, that's one of the power spikes. But once you get your 2 AP items, your 2 first items, and complete your boots, and then you go for the Sheen and all that stuff, you start getting really scary, and that's when people start to really underestimate your damage, and you can really chunk their HP super hard. So right there, I smite the wolves. If Jarvan walks in, I'm gonna know where he is. So that's always a good decision. And right here, this is interesting. This is how you bait, basically. Diana gets caught. I ult her. Basically, the Jinx ult does nothing, and we get 2 kills for that. So this is how you bait with Kayle Ultimate. And when people get caught by CC, you just wait a bit, wait for them to get caught, and boom, dead. And there's not much they can do. And right here, we decide to go for the Jinx. I pinged to go, and I told Janna to go as well. I get the kill, and I do the mistake here of going around, and I get executed. So, RIP my KDA, but it's fine. I should have just gone around so Cho'Gath could tank it, or could give enough time for Janna to give me a shield, and just go from there. Right here they're getting the turret, so that's why I'm waiting on my purchase, seeing all the gold I have, and now I'm going to shop. And I'm gonna get a Sheen, and I believe I'm gonna get a Seekers, because I don't have, unfortunately I don't have enough money for Seekers, Sheen plus a needlessly large rod, because I really wanted to go offensive since I was so ahead into the game. But it's fine. So I get Seekers, as you can see there. And one mistake I did this game, and I usually do it in lower elos because I'm not as concentrated. It doesn't allow, I don't need to focus as much. Is I keep forgetting to change my trinket, and I should have changed it by now. You should definitely change your trinket, probably after the first or second back, depending on how the game is going. But you should definitely be getting it sooner than I am. And right here, I'm constantly tabbing to see the blue spawn, and I'm going to steal blue here. I know dragon's spawning, but Talon's top. Rumble just showed mid right now, and that means they won't be contesting dragon, or if they are, my team can definitely get them. And you see Jarvan and Jinx moving there, but they can definitely get it right there. Talon sees me, but I'm well away with my movement speed. And Diane asks if she can take blue. I said sure. And right here they can't really secure Baron because Dragon, because Cho'Gath is playing Cho'Gath is playing Cho'Gath. Yeah, we have a Cho'Gath, and his ultimate is superior to Smite. Now right there we get some kills, and now we go for the second kill. Yep, we got the second kill. And I believe we chased this out. Yeah, we chased this out because I still have ultimate, so this is how you do it. Basically, you're letting the Cho'Gath tank it, and then when they start turning on him, and when the damage of the turret starts ramping up, is when you ult. You generally don't want to ult the first turret hit, because it doesn't hit nearly as hard. So you want to save it for when the damage scales up, and when you can actually use use the ultimate to block the maximum damage possible. And you want to do it when the damage has ramped up. Now, Diana gets the inhib there. Zhonya's right on time, and I'm able to get back here. I save her, and I only kill Thresh, unfortunately. And right here I was trying to bait. Cho'Gath was backing off. Diana was backing as well. And I just blocked the Jinx ultimate right there. And right here is when I decide I need to back the fuck off, because Talon is there as well. And my next purchase is going to be the Zhonya's. I don't want to be getting the... Oh yeah, right here we just wait. And I get on the Jinx. Pretty easy stuff. I flash in, ult myself because I was taking damage from Jarvan. Kill Talon. I notice like Rumble is really low, but he doesn't die. And I believe I'm going to back off here. But the game's pretty much ours right now. I think I jungled pretty well. You gotta look at the lanes and see who's gankable. In my case, only mid and top were gankable, and then you have to think who has the CC. And obviously Cho'Gath, first he's top lane, so it's a longer lane, so it's easier to gank top lane than mid lane. Then Rumble, even with flash, is too far forward, so again, since the lane is longer, he's easier to catch. And Cho'Gath has CC. He has a silence, he has a knock-up, so it's just easier for us overall to get the kill top lane. And then I went mid lane because Talon was better, basically the next best option. But you'll see that I didn't focus bot lane too much this game, simply because not because Graves and Janna can't get a kill with jungler help, but since Kayle isn't the most CC-oriented jungler. She doesn't have that much crowd control, and she doesn't have any sort of hard crowd control. I just decided to just skip bot lane and focus on my solo lanes because I knew my solo lanes would be able to do stuff. And right here, they think they caught Diana. She's on it. She still has my ult, and my god, Jinx gets deleted there. Point and click ultimate by Diana, and then we get Thresh. So we pretty much tricked them here, and Kayle is all about baiting. If you can get a target to... If one of your targets gets caught, and you're not around, or at least the enemy doesn't see you, and you can ult that target that got caught, it's pretty much an easy kill. So right here, this is end of the game, pretty much easy pickings. I bait Talon again, and see how low of a cooldown my ultimate is. I just ultied Diana again. So yeah, right here we almost kill Talon. Unfortunately, you don't get it. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the game. I hope you guys enjoy the commentary. I have some announcements coming soon. I can't talk about them yet, but it's very, very, very soon. It's almost official. And when I have time, I'll probably make a vlog about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the short commentary. This is all I have today because I'm working on the secret stuff I can't tell you. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the Rift. Shakarez signing out.